Hi guys, Paul here from PABrewNews. Got a little bit of an update. This is a month's over already, which is weird. Since I started it, I got about a month, I think, damn near. So this is Tuesday. Ugh. Bags on the eyes. Tuesday, and I didn't drink for 12 days. Then I had technically 12 days, maybe you can consider it 11. Friday night when I got home, I had 3 beers. Saturday night, 3 beers. Sunday night, 3 beers. And then back to another 12 on, 2 off. And Monday, no beer. Back to it. So the cool thing is last week, near the end of the week, I was down another belt loop, tightening it up. So obviously something was happening where my stomach was getting smaller of some variety in some kind, in some way. I was getting a little smaller around the belt loop area, which is good. So it's back. That belt loop has returned because of the weekend of drinking, and I think not really, maybe not exactly the drinking, but I know I overate 2 or 3 times. The one time I ate the dinner that we made. We had some sausage stuffed mushrooms and steak and mixed vegetables and something else, whatever it was, and I ate mine pretty quick. And then I ate mine the normal quickness I would normally eat mine. And then, oh my God, I ate too fast because I haven't really been eating that much those last 12 days. So that kind of put that in my head too. Like, hey, you're not really, when you don't drink, you don't seem to eat as much, or you don't get as hungry as much. So hey, that's another positive thing. Also, I've been waking up easier. I feel like I've been waking up easier. Haven't been eating as much. Not because I purposely haven't been eating as much. Just don't feel like I have to eat so much when I don't drink, I noticed. Been waking up easier. That first week that I had way back then, not way back then, but back then, none of that has ever really returned. None of the issues and I really did. It was weird because that Friday night coming up that I just had here, I was like, oh, I can't wait for a fucking beer. You know what I mean? Like, went over to their sheets a few times, looked at their beer section. I was just going to grab a Lagunitas, a big can of Lagunitas. None of them had Lagunitas for some reason, but they had a Perpetual, so I grabbed a big 19-ounce can of Perpetual. I was like, oh. I was so excited for this fucking beer on Friday night. But then I got home, and then I'm like, maybe I shouldn't drink it. Like, I was like that all of a sudden. I'm like, this is weird. Those weird things to your brain, because then you start feeling like, because you went so long without it, and your belt's falling down. Not belt falling down, but like you're losing weight. You're doing things. I'm like, oh, maybe I shouldn't drink this beer. I'm like, oh, I guess I could. And I drank that beer, and I was gonna go to bed. And then she came down because she couldn't sleep. She was having some problems. She couldn't sleep, so I was like, well, okay, well, I guess I'll come down here and I got a beer to review, so I'll review that beer. So I reviewed, actually I had 2 beers I got brought. So I reviewed both of those, I reviewed both of those beers too that night. So I had 3 beers. I was only going to have 1, but then I ended up having those. And then because of the 2 4-packs, I had 3 that night, mixed them up, 5% and 9%, so bigger, higher. So, but 3 3 of those and 3 of those. You know what I mean? No hangovers, no problems, no this. Still wasn't getting drunk on 3 beers. Didn't feel buzzing or drunk or anything like that. So tolerance doesn't really change too much. But like I said, there were 5.5 and 9.2. So one day I had 2 9s and a 5, and the other day I had 2 5s and a 9. You know what I mean? So nothing too crazy. Other than that, like I just said, yeah, positive stuff. Vibes feeling good. Enjoying moderation. I'm actually enjoying it now. I was looking, as soon as I started my weekend, I was looking forward to not drinking again. I was like, I'm looking forward to working and not drinking. Because, I don't know, I think it's because I saw the benefits already, especially in the belly. By the end of that, I have another 12 on now. And I do a lot of walking and stuff at work. So it's like you're being active. Like I don't have to go out of my way to be overly active. Because like I do a lot of walking and there's stairs at work and stuff like that. So that's good. I do want to start exercising extra though, just because I got to work on my core. It's the worst part of my body. It's the weakest part of my body. And the funny thing is, it's the weakest part of my body. However, it's actually the most important part of your body because it affects everything. So I don't understand how the thing that is so vital to the rest of it is the weakest. You think it would automatically be the strongest because it's doing everything, but it's not. It isn't, because we work out our arms and we work out our legs and all this, and we forget about the important part. And that's one of the reasons why I had a back injury a long time ago where I blew out my lower back. And that's because if I had a stronger core, it wouldn't have probably been as bad. And ever since then, I've been wanting to work out my core, and I just really haven't done it. So starting that out, doing some stretches, doing some things, still haven't started planking yet. I want to try to do that. But like I said, enjoying not spending money because I have to. You're saving money because you're not buying beer every damn day or every couple days, Chocolate, had a bar of Toblerone. The one day I came down here, couldn't sleep for some reason. I didn't eat the whole bar. I actually moderated myself and had four of the chunks of the Toblerone bar. No beer, just 4 chunks. And then I went back to bed. However, I woke up with like a headache I don't know if it was the sleep that got me, like the weird sleep pattern, or the sweetness of the chocolate. I don't know. But I was like, oh, why do I have a headache? I didn't even drink anything. I just had 4 things of Toblerone before I went to bed. I know drinking eating sugary stuff before bed was probably stupid, but I didn't sleep bad. I went right to bed when I went back upstairs. I just couldn't sleep, so I had to come down here and play the guitar a little bit. Looked for something to munch on, remembered that, ate that, went back to bed. Then I had some of it with coffee the next morning. But yeah, little ramble cast right now. I just want to let you know I'm doing good, keeping up what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm looking forward. It's going to be rough because I have to work a lot of 13s coming up, especially next week. It's all 13s, and that's great money. I'll take the money right now. I need the money, so I can't complain so much, but that's been a lot. It's my schedule changed. It's supposed to be temporary. My schedule changed, so using this as a positive though, because again, it's 12 days, 2 days off, so it's giving me 12 days to not drink, 12 days to not spend money on beer, 12 days to try to get my belly down, to focus on moderation and moderation in my drinking, moderation in my eating, moderation in my spending. So I'm trying to cap a couple issues. I've always drank too much. And I mean, just volume-wise, not alcohol-wise. I mean, I'm not drunk every night. I can drink 8 beers without a problem, you know what I mean? So moderating my drinking. And apparently that gives you a bloated gut, so I'm trying to get that down. Moderating my weight. Moderating my eating. I've always ate a lot, and fast. So I've always ate too much and too fast. All that goes to moderating my spending, trying to get my financials under control. And I've always had the problem of, okay, well, I'm not spending on money on this, so I can spend money on that. Well, now I'm to the point where I go, look, you got to spend money on nothing and just save it. I mean, saying that, it is fucking, the prices of everything are just ridiculous anymore. So not spending money on beer, not spending money on this, not spending money on vinyls and vinyls and VHSs and bullshit you don't need and stuff like that. We've been spending money because the girls and I went out to Reptile Land, got our year fucking memberships and stuff. I mean, and got some presents when we were there and stuff. Fuck, that was $275. Boom, done. Like, it's like, wow. It's amazing how fast you can spend money like that. You know what I mean? But we like to do that, so we went and did that. Spending the money on just food in general is getting expensive now. It's still cheaper to eat at home than it is to go out, obviously. But it's, goddamn, depending on where you go, it's like, sometimes it's really dumb to eat out. Like, it used to be an obvious thing. But depending on what store you go to, the prices of stuff to even buy stuff at the store. Like, I don't go to Giant anymore. Giant is a place around here to buy like meats and stuff. Like $27 for a steak. Like, what? No, stupid. So, gotta shop around a lot. The prices of everything are going stupid high. So, I mean, if there's any good time to moderate my drinking and my spending on frivolous stuff, it'd be now, because gotta spend it on stuff to feed the machine and feed the family. You know what I mean? So, whatever. I don't know how long I'm gonna keep this up for. I'm officially don't feel like it's a burden. Like, I don't feel like it's a problem for me to not drink on work days. I feel like it's a benefit and it's a positive thing. So at first, the first week was like really rough. Like, how am I supposed to get through this? You know, I need a beer at the end of the day as a reward daily. And you know what? There is nothing wrong with rewarding yourself every day if you had a hell of a fucking day. There isn't. But for my benefit right now, I find the benefit to be no beer. And you do get excited for that one beer at the end of a long work week. You do get excited for that first beer. I'm having emotions and stuff. I'm having like that whole like, oh, maybe I shouldn't open this thing. Oh, maybe I don't want this. Oh, God. I'm having a little bit of that kind of shit in the brain. But then you crack it open. You're like, eh. Like, I'll tell you what, though. The one thing I thought in my brain, I glorified the drinking it. Like, oh, when I crack this thing open and, oh, it's going to be like, ah. And I went, it's just a beer. Like, you know what I mean? So you got your, don't put your rose tinted glasses on and look at things for what they are. It's just a beer. It's just a beer. It's not the fucking thing that's going to make you feel happy and fix all your problems or anything like that. It's just a beer. So I had the beer and I'm like, it's a beer. I'm going to bed. And we came downstairs. I'm going to stay up for another 2 hours. Might as well review these 2 beers. You know, big deal. So it was, I definitely drank a lot this week compared to last week. Last week I did moderate myself pretty good. And then I drank a couple beers between the 4th and the 5th, obviously. And I drank 9 beers this weekend. Still did the 3, 3 and 3, which is fine. I just didn't feel like I didn't feel like I had to moderate myself as much. The eating needs to be moderated too, though. But these long 12 stretches are really good. I think if I go back to like more shorter weeks, like, and have weekends off, or go back to my normal schedule where it's more staggered, then I'm gonna have to focus on my moderation while I'm off a lot more. Because then if you're doing 3 beers a day, but you only work 2, then you work off 2, then you work 2, then I'm gonna really have to moderate myself to like 1 beer a day. Nope, 1. Sorry, 1 day, 1 beer, because the correlation between work and beer, and days off, the more days you have off, the more the 3 beers you could enjoy each day when you're off. But if you're only working 2 and then having 2 off, and then working 2 and then working 2, you don't see the benefit at all if you're just doing that. And then you're probably just you might maintain, but you're not gonna lose weight or do anything like that. So it's all this shit that it's all variant depending on what your situation is and stuff like that. But a lot of good comments, a lot of good support, a lot of people reaching out. That's cool. A lot of views on the health update thing, so that's always a positive thing. Always makes you feel good when people are engaged in what you're doing and watching your channel and stuff like that, watching it grow, that kind of thing. Got a couple new subscribers at 909 now. I was at 9010, but now I'm 909, 9010, 910. I'm 909 now, so thank you very much. And the painting channel's sitting at 83. I'll get some more later. I need to start doing some more paintings again. We're now tapped out on the backlog list on the painting channel. There's no more paintings ready to be uploaded, so I need to get some inspiration and do some painting, get some time. And then the PA Outdoors couple, that's what the map is on the wall for, is our map of destination. We just lob some darts on there, flip a coin, and that's where we're gonna go. First step is Tioga. You'll see that on the PA Outdoors channel coming up. And there we're at 95, so poof, all the way up to 95 already, still growing, so that's good. People are don't get a lot of engagement as far as like comments and stuff like that yet, but people are subscribing, people are watching. We're getting a lot of views now and again though, like, which is weird. I don't know if YouTube's throwing us in algorithms or something like that. Well, they're putting ads on some of our videos, and I don't know why, because I'm not monetized on that channel, but yet they're throwing YouTube ads on stuff. They do that on my painting channel too now and again, and I don't understand it, why that's happening. So, confusion. They're making money off me. I'm just not making money off me. It's one of those kind of deals. But anyway, like I said, things are going good, still on track. I will see you in 2 more weeks. I need to get a scale. When you go to the doctors, they measure you with your clothes on, so I'm gonna go grab a scale and I'm gonna go put my boots on, the same shit that I was wearing. I don't have a very varied costume arrangement, so I'm going to put the same clothes on basically that I was wearing when I went over to the doctors, and weigh myself here and see what it says and give you a little update on weight. I was 289 when I was over at the doctors, and I'm curious to see where I am at now, and then in 2 weeks to see where I'm at now. So I need to get to the store. I need to get cat food anyway. I don't know if I'll get a chance to swing to Wally World, pick up a scale, but if I do, I'll let you know. Anyway, this has been Paul from PABrewNews. Cheers. Bye-bye. Watch that figure.